You've heard the story of Beauty and the Beast, how love transformed a monster into something beautiful. But what if the beast isn't just a fairy tale? What if the beast is a toxicity living right inside the relationship, quietly stealing our joy and your peace? This is Anna's story. It is real, it is raw, and it might just be the wake-up call you need. First, let's meet the beast. Anna was full of life. Bright, confident, successful. She met James in college. He was charming, funny, and at first he seemed to care more deeply than anyone, else would ever, be. They fell in love quickly. Dinners, laughter, drinks shared under starry skies. It felt so magical, like the beginning of forever, But soon, little things started to change. At first, they were so subtle, Anna barely noticed. A joke here, and there, and comment here and there. Nothing, was really wrong. But the moment he questioned why she wanted, at first, they were so subtle, Anna barely noticed. A joke here and a comment there. Nothing seemed serious. Like the time James teased her about how she dressed in front of a friend, laughing it off like it was nothing. But the moment he questioned why she wanted to spend time with her family, Hannah brushed it off, thinking maybe love comes with quirk, Have you ever done that? Laughed off a hurtful comment because you wanted to believe it wasn't serious, or felt guilty for needing a space and time for yourself. That's how love blinds people. It clouds what we should see clearly. Now, the beast shows a true form. What happened? The cracks got bigger. The jokes became criticism. The attentiveness turned into control. James slowly isolated Anna. Invitations from friends stopped coming. Family gathering became tense or cancelled. He told her, they don't understand you like I do. And she believed him. The silent treatments began. One minute James was warm and loving. The next cold and distant. Apologies, came. I'm sorry, was stressed. But the cycle repeated. Anna felt herself shrinking and questioning everything about herself. Am I too sensitive? Am I the problem? This is a silent poison of toxic relationships. It chips away at your confidence until you are barely recognizable, even to yourself. Can you feel that? The slow, invisible cage, the quiet loneliness that comes when you are surrounded but utterly alone. Now, here is a turning point. One night, after a fierce argument, Anna sat alone in tears, broken, scared, but a tiny spark inside whispered, "This isn't love." She started searching, reading articles, watching videos, learning about toxic relationships and trauma bonds. She saw a story reflected back, the confusion, the hope, the fear, the pain. The painful truth hit her. The beast wasn't just James, it was a cycle of toxicity she was trapped in. Have you ever had that moment? The moment you realize what you are living isn't love. It's something much darker. That shock can be both devastating and, powerful. Because with awareness comes the first step to freedom. Now, it's time for Anna to break free. Breaking free, and then living felt so impossible. Anna was terrified, scared of loneliness, unsure how she would survive financially, and fearful of the unknown. But she knew that staying meant losing herself completely. So she reached out. A trusted friend became a lifeline. Together, they made a plan. Anna saved money secretly. She found safe place, a place to stay when the time came. She began therapy and small acts of self-care, journaling, meditating, reclaiming her voice. The day she finally walked away was one of the hardest days of her life, filled with fear. uncertainty, and doubt, James begged Anna to stay. She begged for one last chance. But Anna stood firm. Living a toxic relationship isn't weakness. It's the bravest thing you can do when you are scared to the core. Now, Anna needed to heal and rebuild. Freedom didn't mean instant peace. The days after leaving were lonely and confusing. Doubt crept in. Did I do the right thing? But healing isn't a straight line. It's mercy and beautiful all at once. With therapy, new friendships, and daily acts of self-love, Hannah began to rebuild piece by piece. Her confidence returned. Her laughter, became genuine again. She learned that breaking free was just the beginning. The real magic was in the life she chose to live after. Now, if Anna's story touches something deep inside you, know this: you're not alone. The beast you are facing can be faced and overcome. My name is Falafuye. I'm your number one solutionary in Africa. If you want to know more or just want to embody, send me a DM or write bond in the comment below. You don't have to face the beast all alone. Let's face it together.